Now, I'm sure that we've all experienced that moment where your dog pulls you down the street like it's some kind of race, and it feels like you're just hanging on for dear life. But how do you make it right and achieve that enjoyable, relaxing walk? In this video, I'm going to go through 9 simple steps that will transform the way you walk your dog. First off, let's talk about safety. The biggest concern when it comes to lead walking is road safety. A dog that pulls can drag you into dangerous situations, whether that's near traffic or a busy street. Now, it's not just about you either, or your dog, it's about other people's dogs. Proper lead manners basically help everyone keep out of harm's way. Now, we've all heard horror stories, dog owners being dragged, falling over, dislocating shoulders, or even breaking bones from being pulled by a dog. So it could possibly happen to you one day, and the risks are real. So what can you do about it? Teach your dog to walk nice on the lead. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the steps you need to know to walk your dog nice on the lead. So step 2, it's not all about avoiding dangerous situations. It's also about building a better relationship with your dog. Loose lead walking is a great way to communicate better with your dog and essentially letting them know that you are the leader and they don't need to worry about whatever's going on. You may have heard it before, but dogs love structure. They thrive on having a calm, consistent leader that makes them feel secure. By establishing this leadership, you not only have a dog that listens to you, but you'll develop trust and that respect. And that's a bond that's hard to beat. Step 3, the importance of routine and calm before the walk. So before we dive deeper into how to teach your dog to walk properly, there's one thing I want to go over, and that's calmness before the walk. I know it's easy just to grab the lead and walk out the door, but you need to take a few moments to chill yourself out and your dog, and that honestly can make a big difference. This is the moment to calm your dog before the walk. So rearrange your routine and start with one that works for you and your dog. Whether it's a quick sit and a few seconds of eye contact, or a quick engagement drill, which we'll cover later on in this video. But this calm style will honestly set the tone for the walk and help your dog focus on you and not all the distractions around you. Step 4, let's talk about gear, and no, not that type of gear. So in short, you wouldn't use a handsaw to hammer in a nail. The same goes for dog walking equipment. You don't need a power tool, but the right tool is essential. There's lots of products out there claiming to just stop pulling, but the truth is there's no magical tool that will instantly stop your dog from pulling. So I hate to break it to you, but it's all about training, consistency and patience. But honestly, the right equipment can help you on your way. Step 5, so let's get into the common question, what about harnesses? Well, I have to be honest with you again, harnesses are not the best tool if your goal is to stop your dog from pulling. Harnesses were originally designed thousands of years ago to help dogs pull sleds or carriages. I know they've come a long way since then, but they still allow your dog to pull freely. In fact, pulling against a harness often just reinforces the dog's behaviour because it gives your dog a comfortable place to push from. And if your dog is nervous or anxious, they might even slip out of the harness altogether, and that's not what you want. So my advice, leave the harness at home if you want your dog to stop pulling, but what should you use instead? Step 6, and that's use a slip lead, and it's the safest tool for lead walking your dog. Here's why. I know the slip lead can be controversial, but let's be real, everything in dog training is. Whether that's a harness, collar, slip lead, prong collar, everything someone has to moan about. But trust me, one of the best tools for teaching a loose lead walk is a slip lead. The slip lead is a fantastic way to communicate with your dog and teach them proper lead manners. So when used properly, it mimics the gentle pressure that a mother dog would use to correct puppies. But, and this is important, how you position and use a slip lead is crucial. If you pull too hard or position it wrong, you could cause discomfort or injury. So number 7 is how you properly position the slip lead to make it more effective and safe for your dog. So let's break it down. The lead should be positioned high and snug just behind the dog's ears, not too tight or not too loose. If it's too tight, you risk restricting circulation and causing discomfort for your dog. And if it's too loose, it might slide down the dog's neck and then it reduces your control. So positioning it high behind the ears helps distribute that pressure evenly, which is much safer. It also gives you better control. Basically think of it like the power steering for your dog. So before we get onto section 8, I want to talk about my guide. It's linked below in the description. It's completely free. All you have to do is type your name and your email address in and you'll get this guide on 4 mistakes that you make every single day with your dog. Download it, let me know what you think in the comments. It's totally free, there's no catch. I just want to help you guys out as much as possible. Section 8 is the engagement drill and what we talked about earlier. It's a simple yet effective technique and it's a great way to get your dog focused on you before a walk. Think of it like a warm-up before a workout. The engagement drill involves a series of exercises that help your dog, in essence, pay attention to you. You may have heard of the figure of eight, squares, or U-turns. If you haven't, don't worry. The goal is to get your dog to focus on you and engage with you before a walk. So start in a calm, distraction-free area and keep the session short, about 10 to 15 minutes. The key is to keep your dog guessing and moving around and thinking. It makes the walk so much more manageable when you build up this focus beforehand. So let's break down the drills. So U-turns, you basically walk in your usual direction, then suddenly make a sharp 180-degree turn. You want your dog to follow you without hesitation. If they keep going straight, just use light pressure on the slip lead to guide them into the new direction, and repeat this a few times. Again, you can use this method when they're fixated on something. So for example, if they're lunging towards another dog, basically just turn and go the opposite direction, but persist. Try not to hesitate, just keep going, and use gentle pressure on the slip lead to encourage them to keep going the other way. Again, you can use treats or toys. If that's not working, just maybe up the pressure slightly, but not too much where you're going to hurt them, just enough to kind of break that fixation. So figure of eights, you walk in a figure of eight pattern. The aim is to keep your dog engaged with you as you move. Slow and steady is key. This helps keep your dog's attention on you. With the figure of eight pattern, you're cutting your dog up, you're going on the outside, and the aim is to keep your dog by your side. And squares is what it says on the tin, so you literally walk in a square pattern, turning 90 degrees at each corner. Keep the lead loose and guide your dog through each turn. You may have to half the lead to kind of help keep your dog by the side. This helps reinforce control and leadership while also keeping that walk enjoyable. So there you have it. Lead walking isn't just about teaching your dog to behave, it's about creating a better bond, improving safety, and setting up a calm, structured routine for the both of you. But remember, it's all about consistency, the right tools, and positive engagement. You have to put the effort in, and if you do, you'll make those walks more enjoyable. Your dog will be walking calmly by your side. It will build a stronger bond, a more trusting relationship. But keep practicing, stay patient, and most importantly, enjoy the process. Thanks for watching to the end, and remember, use that link in the description to get your free guide on the 4 mistakes you make every single day with your dog. And trust me, it's not what you're expecting. So there's a new video every single Sunday, so let me know what you want to see next.